Right, guys. Today I'm just going to show you a little bit about how to close your week and how to gather the purchasing information for you to add onto your bookwork, so you can find out how much have you spent for the week. Um, as example, I'm using Chester House here just to show you, but the main thing is that you remember to every Friday close your week, process your week, so that will process all your invoices, and it will generate then an expense report. Then you can then take those figures from there and add it on to your bookwork. So, for instance, here you can see we are on week 43 that ends Friday, the 5th of March. I won't do it today because it's Thursday, so I'll leave that because the unit has more invoices to process and so on. But the main thing to check first is that you are in the right week. So if you are in the week and he's saying that that's the correct week that you are in, the Friday all matches, that's fine. If you're not in the correct week because you haven't closed last week, then please close it and make sure you are always on the right week. If you forget to close it on a Friday, it's not an issue. Make sure you close it first thing Monday when you're next in. So any invoices process will then generate a report on that week, and we all okay. So the same for month end. Make sure you process all your invoices by accepting them, and chase the suppliers for any missing invoices. Um, and then once this is done, close your week. Um, all right. When you next go in, then you should be on the following week. So to do this, obviously we'll go to document summary first. Check that you process all your orders, and I'll just gonna set one as an example. So you've got document summary on a Friday, on a Thursday, however. Just for instance, here there is two, but always hit refresh just in case there is something in the background processing, or suppliers will be adding different invoices and so on. Go into your awaiting acceptance. Click on your order and just make sure that what you received is what it is. Otherwise, change your quantities, and as you know, it will generate a credit. But if you're happy with that, then you'll just go back. You can either go into the invoice, so you can either do it from there by clicking on it and click accept, or you could do it from this section here where we just highlight the one you want to accept, click accept, select deliveries, yes. That's going to accept it. So you've got to do these before you close the week. Just make sure you process all your invoices. As you can see now, there is only one left. So again, just refresh it, make sure it's all gone, and you can close that, and it takes you back to the main screen. So document summary, go in, accept all your invoices, chase supplies if there is anything due. Please ask them to add it on so you can process your week. So you always up to date. Once you've done all that, once you've closed your invoice stage, processed everything you need to process, then you go into your week period end, okay, to close that week. So you go into there, hit, click refresh. That what will do is going to bring up all your invoices that you have processed during that week, on week ending the 5th, in this case, ending the 5th of March. So then all you have got to do is select the week in question and click process, which I won't do now because end of the week is only tomorrow. I'm doing this on the Thursday, so I will leave it. But that's all you got to do. You refresh. You go to week period end from the hub, from the homepage. Week period end. Refresh. It will appear all the invoices you've processed. Select it. So this is the select. Select will highlight in this baby bluish, and then click process. That will process your week, will close your week, and then when you go back into the main screen, obviously you won't see it now, but once you that is done, when you go back into your week, that then should change for the next Friday. So in this case would be Friday the 12th of March, and so on. So you do this all the time so it's important that you do this every single week. You must close your week and you must be on the right week before you start placing orders. All right, so please check that. Month ends similar, but you then may have to close the week again if the month end does not fall on Friday. So, for instance, you would close your weeks on the 5th, on the 12th, and on 19th, and on the 26th of March, and then you'd have to close your week again on the 31st of March. So that closes the whole month. So you may have some invoices being processed on the 29th, the 30th, the 31st. That will then account on these 3 days here when you generate the report. But that's the only difference when it comes to month end, is that you close as normal on a Friday, but if the month end does not fall on that Friday, then you got to close the week again on the last day of the month. If you're not in, then you do it first thing you come in the following day. Please do it. So again, by going to week period end, refreshing, select the week. Okay, so you go back to week period end, refresh, select all those invoices, click process, and that will close your week. Simple as that. Then you want to find out. So there is stages here. So first you got document summary, accept all your invoices, get them all done, dusted. Then you go to week period end, you close your week, and puts you onto the right week. And then you want to know how much you've spent on that week. You go to invoice by account code. So you click on it, and then you can generate a report from a date range. So from to. So if you are on this week now, you would then just leave, okay, I just want to know how much have I spent on week that closed the 5th. Then you would leave week from that date to that date. So will just give you this week processed invoices. If you want to know for the whole month, for instance, for February, you would go, all right, so the date range I'm after is the first week of Feb, which would be the week 38, which ends on the 5th of the 2. So that's the first week of Feb. As you can see, that's January. So that's the first week of Feb. That's the range that I'm working with. So from this week to the end of Feb, which would then be week 44. Week 42. So you want to see anything from that's been purchased in here in these weeks. So select from first week of Feb to the last week of Feb. You click preview, and that will generate a report of your processed invoices. And this is the same for every week. You can just do it from this week to this week, and it will just give you this week purchases. As you can see, it can give you total for different departments. So 500 is food, and it tells you their food, tells how much have you spent in food. Always put the values net on your bookwork, not gross, always net. Always put the net values. And then 502, cleaning and disposables, again, net values only. and that's your total there. Just remember that's the color of the total, that blue. Still shows you there 502. So 119.88 in this example, equipment. So break down all the different costs, and then you just take those figures and put it on your purchases tab on your Excel bookwork. And that is that. And that's how you close your week. So process your invoices, close your week, and then you can get invoice by account code, put in the date range when you want to see it, from this week to this week or from 2 weeks ago to now. But generally you should do this every week. If in doubt, you can always, at month end, when you're doing month end, you can always do a whole month's range. So from the first week of the month to the last week of the month, and just double check that all your values are throughout the weeks. All right, so I hope this is helpful, and I'll be doing a few more videos. But remember, document summary, process all your invoices, week period end, close your week, and then invoice by account code gives you your expenditure for the week.